Good morning, people. Good morning. It's not, well, it's a good morning, I guess. It's just a dang dreary morning. Dreary, dreary, dreary in the neighborhood. And I think it's supposed to be like this all week, I think. And I'm packed in here like sardines. I'm taking all kinds of stuff up to the cabin of my mom's. But hello, TNT and Jukebox. Yeah, so I haven't listened to just a few minutes of it because I was trying to get ready. But so Laura and her ignorant twat self, you guys, I mean, honestly, I'm going to say this, and I'm not meaning to be ugly. I'm not like that. But I really feel like she's almost so irrelevant that this is like, I feel almost a little silly even responding to her. But I do have to after listening to a few things that she said. Good morning, Lunky Tor. Hopes Rhett's mom, Elizabeth Ballinga, Zero Jules, Unitonica. Good morning, babe. Yeah, she's all about B. Tim can't keep her name out of his mouth. Oh, I haven't really heard. I mean, yeah, he talks about her every now and again, but no more than nobody else. But she is under the impression that polka dot, Suzanne. She's under the impression Laura is that I'm obsessed with Molly and that Bushgate happened 2 years ago. Bitch, it was, look, Laura, try this on for size, you stupid heifer. Bushgate wasn't even a year ago. Okay, bitch, it was about 9 months ago. But it don't matter if it was 3, 5 years ago. Bitch, it's my bush, and if I want to freaking talk about it, if I want to talk about somebody talking about it, by God, I will. If you don't like it, don't listen. It's my fucking bush, bitch. And let me tell you something. If it was yours, Laura, and she pulled the shit that she did with me, you probably still talking about it too. I'm just saying. You don't have the right to tell me when I should stop talking about what she did to me. You don't have that right. No, I don't know who died and left you that God, but honey, they lied to you. You don't have the right to tell me what I can talk about and what I can't talk about. I'm not obsessed with Sloppy. I haven't talked about her. I don't go and watch her. I don't care what you think, though, Laura. You can think whatever you want. Okay? I have a little pass with Jelly Bean. If you want to get content, I just posted a little video about, I don't know, an hour ago, showing screenshots of where Jelly Bean wanted to say that she saw the pictures, and then she said that she didn't say that. Now I posted proof, I posted evidence, but she did say it, and she, I couldn't post everything because I would have had to dug, and I didn't feel like digging for pictures. But those are some screenshots I took and emailed someone, so I just uploaded that, and along with a little text message I got from good old Sloppy Molly last night while she's on vacation. Oh yeah, she told me I'm truly a pig. And my response was, oink, oink, bitch. That's rich coming from somebody like you, calling me a pig. That's rich. You and Lara are like, should be conjoined twins. Honestly, y'all really should be joined at the hip somewhere because you both are pathetic. You're both pathetic. Laura, you are, girl, you should. And you want to talk about, I shouldn't go after Jilly because she only has 35 people that come in her life. Well, shit, bitch, you don't have about that same amount come in your lives, don't you? I mean, last time I looked, I'm just saying. So when did that start making it a rule that you can't go for, you can't react to somebody's video because they only get 35 people in there? When did that become a rule? Because Laura, I know that you have done that. You have reacted. So, and I mean, I know y'all pulling about the same amount of people and y'all sharing subs and everything. I understand that. And Queen Bee is the next Diane? I don't think so. But I'll let her fight her own battles. But you're silly. Taking over another panel to talk about your bush when the conversation was about Gina scamming. We have all heard enough about it. Love you, girl, but come on. Okay, well, first of all, doll, I didn't take the chat over. I was invited up there to talk about Jelly Bean, not about Gina. So you need to get your facts straight, okay? I was invited up there, and I know you guys are tired of hearing about it. That's okay. But if it was your freaking bush, you'd probably be talking about it too. I'm going to probably have mine bedazzled, so I'll really have some oomph for it. I don't care if you are tired of hearing about it. And, the bush lives on, baby. The fucking bush lives on. Oh, my God. Do you guys really honestly think that I enjoy talking about it? I mean, for real. Do you really think that I enjoy talking about my JJ on this platform? I mean, I can't even say, see you next Tuesday. The the proper way without feeling some kind of weird about it. Do you really freaking think that I enjoy talking about it? I mean, good Lord. But until it's, until you walk a mile in my shoes, don't pass judgment on me because you don't know how to feel. And I have not talked about Sloppy Molly's mother, may she rest in peace. But Molly sure has. She's on her Keek platform over there, been kicking it, saying that I called her mother the B word, which I would never do and didn't. But, it doesn't matter. All she needs is somebody to come in her chat and type in there and say it, and then it's the gospel. So, yeah, I'm going to give it dreadlocks, Tonica. Yeah, Man, I tell you. And I didn't take her panel over. So, hey, Miss Barb, how are you? But, Laura, you sound really, really silly. Talking about Vinny G, worship Marissa. Vinny G was a big supporter. And then, about how I still support Mallory. Laura, I will support whoever I want to. At least Mallory does something to earn her money. Some people may agree or disagree with it. I'd rather find Mallory quite entertaining. And so, your point is, Laura, what's your point, bitch? Let's get to it. You think I'm her mole. Let me tell you something. Sloppy has gotten the last penny out of me a year ago. Like I had said before, the next penny she gets out of me is going to be whenever I pay my lawyer. Okay? So run back and tell that bitch. You're a good one to be talking about anybody, Laura. You're a good one to talk about anybody. Bitch, you have been the subject of so many people's conversations that over the last few years I've watched you, and you say some of the stupidest stuff. I mean, you really do. You and Julie Bean belong together too. I mean, really and truthfully, two birds of a feather fly together. You know what I mean? Two peas in a pod. Hey, Steph. She earns my money, girl. She earns my money. Oh my gosh. So Laura says that I was on there saying that I was like, explain this and explain that. You owe this, you owe that. I never said nothing in the sorts. I said, when you go up on your platform, Jilly Bean, she's not even monetized. You don't she was talking about how she uses YouTube to supplement her buying deodorant and the basic necessities in life. She uses YouTube for that. That's when I was like, pump the brakes, because honestly, this isn't a job for most people on here. I mean, if you can make good money on it, then good on you. But you don't just start out, Jilly Bean, Laura, 6 months ago on the tails of Sloppy Molly and think that you have the right to expect people to pay you you're not even monetized to give you your cash app out and your wish list. That's not the way it rolls. Okay, Facebook ain't nothing like the YouTube streets. These streets are completely different. All these people bled over from Facebook into YouTube, and they don't know how it rolls around here. But you don't get the right to tell people that, that's not how it works. I don't like that. It makes me feel uncomfortable. Here you talk about, poor mouthing, sad fishing. It sounds pathetic. And I know that you don't know any better because that's all you've had to watch. I understand that. Your leader, is the biggest e-beggar around. I understand that. But the reason I wasn't trying to talk down to you and sound like you were stupid. I'm trying to educate you, Jilly Bean, because you've had very poor raising. Okay? The lady that raised you didn't do a very good job. Okay? She failed you as a leader. I'm just saying. She failed you. So I'm just trying to really and truthfully clue you in. You should, a cash app should be something that people give you because they are entertained, not something because they feel like you're going to have your damn lights turned off. You know what I mean? I mean, you do whatever you want to do. I'm just saying I have a right to voice my opinion, and this is it. And that was it, what I did yesterday. And Laura, you or nobody else is going to tell me when or what I can say on my platform. Okay, Laura? Good Lord. Get a life, Laura. Make some candles, bitch. Hadn't you got something to do? Hadn't you got some freaking candle wax to melt and pour? Good Lord. Let me turn my Bluetooth on. I mean my not only do I suck Marissa's ass, you guys, but I also suck Alicia's. Huh. Imagine that coming out of Laura's mouth. If it wasn't for Alicia and Molly, what would I do? What would I do? Well, I think it's been evident what I will do. I've uploaded several videos, and let me see what Stephanie's got to say. I see her in here for a race. I don't know what that's about, but crimes and passion, please just don't say, oh, girl, I hear you. I hear you. Good morning, too, babe. Thank you, Tora. I love you. Uh, yeah, so anyway, I'm going to play a little bit of Laura and her bullshit. I'm sure I didn't even know she had done it. I got a couple of texts this morning, but I guess the news was slow for her to want to talk about me. Little old me. Little old me. She thinks I'm in Molly's Patreon. I think that's hilarious. I'm the mole. Okay. I'm a lot of things, but a mole is not one of them. I promise you that. I don't care what she says. I mean, honestly, she's irrelevant. And I'm so happy that she's not here. I'll be the first to say I'm so happy she's not around here, because I'm just going to tell you, these streets feel so much better. And, it's nice to see somebody with humble pie all over their face that was so freaking conceited and thought they were untouchable. It feels good to know that there's still some right in this world. You know what I mean? That things do work themselves out. Just saying. Okay. Dang it. She's explaining this and explaining that and explaining this. Tammy Lou's Front Street. I know it's somewhat about it has been, girl. I don't know the whole story. Good morning, Lee. But this isn't even about, Lisa V. Nothing like that. Because from what I understand, there's somebody else that scared Baby Vet, and I felt Rachel Wolf. Hey, babe. Mom's jeans. We're going to talk about someone else. So I don't know. Oops. Like I said, I'm not in Marissa's Patreon, so I don't know. But I am. Like, inside scoop. I'm just getting it secondhand. Hey, lately. So, what I did hear, and what I do know, I do too, Randa. What I do know is that Gina was answering to a lot of people that she does not owe a fucking explanation to. Now, if people in Marissa's chat were questioning her, I'm sorry, not Marissa's chat, Marissa's Patreon, were questioning her. If it happened on Jilly's panel and people questioning her, I'm all for that, because she's part of that. Marissa brought her in, a lot of people, welcomed Gina with open arms. Marissa's Patreons welcomed her with open arms. Marissa, welcomed her with open arms. And, Marissa's Patreons trusted her. Mary, you're still trusted. A Patreon, right? Marissa's Patreons trusted her. So if they want to question Gina based on Navy Vet or other Patreons, you would not see me live right now. I wouldn't say one word. But that's not what happened. No. What happened was, I know that Julie went live yesterday, earlier, talking about a situation. Yeah, she's talking to Laura. Marissa witnesses on Laura. She's on fire. That's Marissa's Patreons. So again, Marissa's Patreons want to discuss this stuff with Gina. Nobody else has a right to get involved. Nobody else has a right to run their mouth or question Gina when it has nothing to do with them. And this is why I said this is Diane's channel 2.0. I don't know when this happened. I don't know why this happened. But Corey, where are you? Where's my? Let me get to. Chili was right. She said, "I'll support whoever the fuck I want to support it."
guys had to hear it. Oh my God. Listening to Onyard talk about, that she owes this or she owes that or she's good. Oh my
Never
God,
did that.
she owes you nothing.
Never said that, Laura, you stupid idiot.
And I couldn't even believe Jilly started to give an explanation. No. Jilly doesn't owe you a fucking explanation.
Didn't say she did, Laura.
I guess it was something to do with e-begging. That
Sad
Barnyard is
e-begging.
Look who you support. And Jilly was right, which said, I'll support whoever the fuck I want to support. And then they kicked her off panel.
It wasn't about who Jilly supports.
I'm telling you.
Not one thing did I say about who she supports.
Diane. This is how Diane's channel was in 2019.
And you guys, this is how it's been ever since I've been here. Laura twisting the narrative and getting a story screwed up. This is Laura. She couldn't crawl out of a damn wet paper sack.
And I don't get it.
I feel a little bad for her.
Do not understand it.
Is she protected? Just asking for a friend.
Questioning her. Why do you support this one? Why do you support Barnyard? Why the fuck do you support Mallory?
Why
do you support other people that you support? Are you fucking kidding me, Barnyard?
No, I'm
Some
not
of us know you from back in the day. Some of us are not new. Some of us know you kissed Molly's ass harder than anyone I've ever seen, maybe besides Alicia. But you did everything for Marissa.
This is rich coming from Laura. She's chasing her everywhere she goes, snipping her butt.
As soon as you have a fallout, you're what, 60-something and you can't fucking move on?
55,
you
bitch.
You got to ban Marissa every chance you get? Are you kidding me? And that goes for anybody. There are people that fucking B-Tim can't keep my name out of his mouth.
I like B-Tim.
Stop talking about me. Nobody else on that panel brings me up like you. You're the only one. Why? Do you just have to have my name in your fucking mouth all the time? Because again, nobody else brings me up except B-Tim.
No, but that shows you how relevant you were, Laura.
Just curious. Like, honestly, just curious question. Exactly, Mary. I'm going to get to Gina in a second. I'm still on Jilly.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know why Jilly went up there in the first place.
Oh,
I really don't.
Here's the craziness.
B-Rim is a harder.
I'll tell you why Jilly went up there. Because Jilly had come into my live prior to this and wanted a link, and I wouldn't give her one. So she saw me on Queen Bee's panel, and she decided to feel a little froggy and jump her little happy ass up there. And that's why she went up there to you know what I mean? Because she wanted to ask me some questions, Jilly didn't want to ask me some questions. So that's why she come up there, Laura.
Panel ever brings me up. Well, maybe Heels, but even she hasn't brought me up lately. Why does he always have to bring me up? Why do you always have to have me in your mouth? I'm not in your crew, thankfully. I don't ever want to be in your crew. So why do you have to talk about me, B-Tim? I'm not even fucking with any of you. Why you gotta talk about me?
I haven't heard him talk about
so
much, Laura. Except when
Julie gets kicked off panel.
She didn't get kicked off. Well, I guess she technically did because she started yelling.
And again, they're asking Gina 1,001 questions.
I don't know how Gina come in the chat or anything like that.
Talking about, again, e-begging. Okay.
Now she's fixing to say stuff about
what Cube. All right.
Gina, that I would be pissed if she said that.
One of the things that was discussed. One of the things that they were trying to get out of Gina was that Gina said that she needed $4,000 for where she was going to sell her body.
She did.
Okay. So they're saying, "Oh my God, that's so horrible." Okay. Gina used to do porn, and that's not a secret. So that's not like I'm, making something up or no. If you know anything about,
guys, whenever I did my panel last night, whenever I had my live talking about, reacting to 19 minutes of Jilly Bean's video that she put up, I got super chatted several times. But you will never hear me ask for any money. You won't hear me ask for it. And as far as when I say sad fish, and I'm talking about this, like she was saying that she's they're trying to, get out. She wants to get out. I don't know where Jelly Bean's living situation is, but this being Mother's Day weekend, all she wants to do. She lost her mother 5 years ago, I think, and she just wants to go get a hotel, but she needs $140 to do it. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm talking about. Saying stuff like that. You know what I mean? I share my life with you guys. I have let you into my mother. I share my mom, my sisters. I share my brother. I share my life with you guys. And I talk about life, things that happen in my life, but I don't say it in a way that I hope I don't, that I make you guys feel sorry for me or feel like I need funds to carry on. I don't do that. You know what I mean? There's a way you can talk about your life, and because that's what Jelly Bean was saying. I was just telling people about my life. Okay, well, there's a way you can do that does not come across as, you're not going to have a life if you don't help me out and the next week or whatever. Do you guys know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what I'm talking about. People can do whatever they want to with their money. But this is my community, and I walk in these streets, and I get like, it's cringy to me. It makes me feel uncomfortable, and I just think, look, if somebody wants to super chat you, but this is the whole deal. Jelly Bean is not even monetized, so nobody could super chat her if they wanted to. I mean, you kind of need to pay your dues around here. You know what I mean? You don't just walk into this place and, people start chunking money at you. That's not the way it goes. And for them to be under the impression that is the way it is, I think they need to have the record straight. It needs to be set straight because that's not the way it is. And so that's how I feel. And like I said, I'm entitled to say and feel however I want. But people, when I was talking about that Navy vet lady or whatever, giving that Chrissy Payne lady all that money. Okay, well, yeah, it was a lot of money, but that was, Navy vet, she's an older woman. She's my age. She's in her 60s. She's an older woman. I think she should be held a little accountable also as to, she gave the girl the money. The girl didn't ask for it. She simply got up on her platform and made it sound like she couldn't buy her grandson a gift because she didn't have any money. That's what I'm talking about. Saying shit like that where people feel, the need to like give you money to help you out, to be able to help you make it to the next day. That's what I'm talking about. Laura can put whatever twist she wants to on it. I think the majority of people around here know who I am, know my heart, and know where I'm coming from. But when you get up there and say, you want to go get a hotel this weekend and you need $140, first of all, bitch, that's a nice hotel, baby. If you're going to say $140, that's a nice hotel, honey. They ain't got no motel where you're at. $60, and that's refrigerators usually. I'm just saying, whatever. I guess if you're going to dream, baby, dream big, right? You're going to beg big. Hey, Diamond. I'm not going to play anymore Laura, you guys, because she just, I can't hardly listen to Laura very long. I'm telling you, I cannot hardly listen to her. First of all, she sounds so ignorant. It makes me want to throw encyclopedias at her. She sounds so ignorant, and I feel kind of like she's, and she speaks so much bullshit. It's not even funny. Her eyes should be shit brown if they're not, because she doesn't even know half what she's saying. She can't even get it right. You could play. I would hate to play telephone with Laura. Oh Lord, could you imagine? Her Laura-isms are very popular. Hey, Kathy, let's talk about everything. Hey, Nada. Hope you guys are doing good. It's a rainy day in the neighborhood here. I knocked my mirror down before I got in the car. Oh, good morning, Queen Bee. Good morning, doll. Laura, Queen Bee was talking smack about us last night. You're just a Diane 2.0. Your channel is. She's so pathetic and ridiculous. And that you're just, you're it right now, but, you're going to, what goes up must come down, she's so ridiculous. Oh yeah, she's upset that they come up there. Yep. Well, she said you threw Jelly Bean off, and that I was up, and that's what Diane and them used to do. And Diane's channel, they used to, uh, her and Randy, it's Randy's Life. They used to co-host, and would do like resolution night whenever there was an issue in the community that needed resolving. They would take it to task, and sometimes they succeeded, and sometimes they didn't. Sometimes the task was too big for them. But anyway, Laura thinks that they talked about her mostly, but back then Laura was giving everybody enough content to talk about her. But anyway, she said that I was up there telling Gina and Jelly Bean, they owe me. They owe me this. They have to answer to me. Bitch, it wasn't nothing how it went down. But anyway, you got to take what Laura says with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? Twin thing, you make the hard thing. Hey, LG. Good morning, love. Yeah, so that's what I was responding to. But I can't listen to Sally Hanson. I can't listen to much of Laura because her voice and the rhetoric that she spews is just so off course, man. It's not even like the way it should be, the way it happened. But she said that B. Tim can't keep her name out of his mouth. You better quit talking about my boyfriend like that. Laura, don't talk about B. Tim's like that, girl. He's my secret crush. Do not talk about B. Tim's like that. Or Boston Nick either. You heifer, you. But you know me, I'm just over here sucking Molly's ass and Alicia's ass. I'm just an old ass sucker. Miss Lee, good morning. If I missed you guys, sorry. I'm driving and, trying to keep my eyes, all four of them, on the road this morning. I'm going up to my mom's because her sister is in the Fred's mom. Good morning, baby doll. Her mom is my aunt is in a nursing home, and she used to call my mom every day, every day. But since she's been in this nursing home, probably the last 2 or 3 months, when I talk to my mom every day, I say, have you talked to Aunt Johnny? That's kind of like part of our conversation every day, and she hasn't, I hadn't heard from her. My mom can't see to call. So whenever I'm there, when my sister's there, we try calling her, and the number, her phone's off. So anyway, I called her daughter the last time I was in, and I said, is Aunt Johnny okay? And anyway, I guess she plays bingo, and she's like got a lot of friends, and she just, so anyway, I'm going to take my mom up to see her, but we found out that the lady that I usually take my mother to see in the nursing home, one of her good friends, that they put her on hospice, so we're going to go and see her as well. It's very sad. Her children put her in there, and they forgot, they just threw her away, and they don't go see her, they don't check on her, so they've had her, she's been on a liquid diet, I don't know how long, because she doesn't her teeth come up missing. And, God forbid, they don't have dentists that goes into the nursing home, you know what I mean? And she needs her family to take her out and take her to these kind of specialty doctors, because really and truthfully, the only physicians that these people see in the nursing homes are, nurse practitioners or, just general MDs. They don't have specialty doctors that could help get her some more dentures, and she's deaf, get her hearing aid. They don't, that's something that you need to have family or friends take you outside the establishment to have done. And it's sad. It would be a lot easier for me to sit here and say she doesn't have family or friends to do that, but she does. She's got a son that lives 10 minutes of the nursing home. She's got a daughter, and she's got grandchildren that she helped a lot. So, all I can say is all dogs have their day, and they're going to get old one day too, and it's awfully sad. But yeah, right. How does that happen? I do. Tammy looks frustrated. Let me just say this. I do tease my mother. My mom had implants several years back, and this was right when they come out, and they were quite expensive. I think they were like $12,000, and they had to put the post in her gums and then wait 6 or 7 weeks. I don't know. And then they went in and did this. Anyway, it was a long drawn out thing. And there were some people in the family that wasn't really okay with that. They felt like, she's why spending that much money, because she wanted freaking teeth. It's my mom. She did without her whole life to have, not, she did without. So if that's what she wants, then do it. But anyway, I digress. But so, yeah, her teeth. How do you look? But I tease my mom all the time and say, those teeth were such a subject of conversation. Mama, can I get those in the will? Do you think that the dentist would go put supposed to my gum? I do tease my mom about taking her teeth, but that's just me being funny. But yeah, I mean, who takes somebody's teeth? You know what I mean? But and the sad part about it is, not only does she have Medicare, but she's got TRICARE as her supplement. Her late husband was in the service, and I used to work for a physician in town, and she was a patient, and I know her insurance pays well. They pay well, and so it's very sad because they've got her on lipid diet. She's lost lots of weight, and because she didn't have teeth, so she basically, I think, has failure to thrive. That's honestly. And I told my mom last night, I said, we went to see her 2 weeks ago, you guys, and I don't know what's happened to her, but she doesn't even look like the same person. One of her eyes is closed all the time. I don't know if she's had a stroke or what. But they can't tell me a whole lot because we're not family. You know what I mean? I asked them, does anybody ever come see her? So, and I don't even know that they know what's happened to her. But I told my mother last night, I said, I understand exactly. She has absolutely nothing to look forward to, and it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart, man. I couldn't do anybody like that. A stranger, much less my mother. I don't care if she was a crappy mom. I don't care. She's still your mother. Show her some grace, and at least have your children. The grandkids are grown. They're big people. They're adults. They're adulting. They have kids. And I just know her as my mom's friend. I mean, I've known her my whole life, but I don't know how she parented. I do know what kind of friend she is and what kind of friend she was to me, and it was deserving of more than what she's getting. So anyway, I don't know. My mom, when I took her a couple weeks ago, when we left there, I stopped at the fruit stand in another little town to get a couple of watermelons. Do y'all know how I am about my watermelons? And when I got back in the car, my mom was just like so sad. And I said, "What's wrong, Mama?" And she said, "It just like thinking about Linda Grace just makes me so sad." She said, I don't get it." She said, "I don't get it." I said, "Well, Mama," I said, "we would never, ever, ever do you like that. I hope you know you were, loved. We would never do you like that, and we wouldn't. I mean, good Lord." But anyway, I just don't want to make my mom more. And I'm sure she looks at this as, it makes her face her own mortality. You know what I mean? Because my mom's not in the best of health herself. Oh, thank you, Lucky Tor. I just treat people the way I want to be treated. And it just really, I have always had a soft spot in my heart for older people. There is just something about babies and elderly that just, they just get me. I love me an old lady, an old man. I love me an old person, And so to see that in the nursing home, so many people that are not even a thought in somebody else's mind, thank you, Kat. Thank you so much. It's just like, I don't know how they could lay down and live with themselves. I don't. But 1, 2, 3, Rebecca's. Hey, baby doll. Good morning. And so anyway, and I'm also going to harass my brother's son. And then I'm going to be there for a couple of days, and then I'm coming back. And Mark, they have they build ships for out where he works. They build ships for the Coast Guard, Navy, Air, whatever. But anyway, whenever they get close to completion, they have to do what they call sea trials. They have to take the boat out, like the SSS Iowa, things like that's kind of what they build. And anyway, they have to take it out in the water and test it out, make sure it works and all that stuff. So he's got sea trials next week, and when he goes on sea, and he's coming whenever he gets back. So we'll be up there for about a week next week. So I try to spend as much time as I can with her, and my sister lives with her, but she also works part-time, and I try to spend and help as much as I can with whatever I can. You know what I mean? so much regret about my dad not being closer whenever my dad in his final days, months. There's so much regret, and I don't want to have that with my mom at all. I just want to make her life as good as I can. No, you can't undo neglect. That's so true. You can't. I mean, you can't. And it's just like, so, just sad. It was something funny whenever I got there with her hearing aid. She really couldn't hear. And so we went in her room, and she was somewhat vocal then. And I could make out what she was saying. This last time, she didn't utter a word. Whenever she realized it was me, we have always had a very jovial and joking relationship. Like for Christmas every year, she would get me themed panties, and I didn't even wear panties back then. But she would give me like something that said hot stuff for Christmas. Every Christmas, I could count on getting a pair of crazy panties from Linda Gray. So that was kind of the kind of relationship we had. We joked with each other, and she got my humor. So when we were there, this last time, we went on a pretty day, and I had a nice pavilion out front, and I told my mom, I said, why don't you just sit there? We bought some stuff for her. I had some snacks and Kleenexes and, face cream and stuff like that. I said, you sit out here, Mom, and I'll go get her and bring her out here. So we got to yell in her room because, you got to yell for her to be able to hear you. So anywho, I go in, and I tell her I'm going to go. So I go to the room, and I get Linda Grace, and I could tell, I woke her up. She was sitting in the doorway asleep, and I woke her up, and I said, hey, Flossie. And anyway, I could tell she wasn't quite sure of who I was, which, I was a little surprised because, I hadn't been that long since I saw her. But anyway, I told her, I said, Mama's outside. I said, we're going to go out we're going to go out to the pavilion. And so I started pushing the wheelchair, and I got through and I get in the lobby, and you got to be buzzed out since COVID, And so anyway, I was trying to figure out how to get us out of there. And whenever I turned around, bless it, she was like rolling her wheelchair back, and the look on her face is like, who in the hell is this crackerhead up here fixing to take me? She's trying to get it. She was like trying to turn and go back to her room. And I said, no. I said, Mama's outside. I thought to myself, okay, if you don't get it whenever we get out there, I'll bring you back in. But as soon as she saw my mom, she immediately, I could tell she knew. She smiled a little bit, and then she put who I was, So it was funny. She was trying to escape from me, thinking I was trying to get her. But all right, you guys, I'm going to get off of here. It's going to be sketchy with my service. Not too far. I'm going to get on 98. And so anyway, I just wanted to say good morning. And I'll try to go live for my moms, for you guys that are invested in my mom. But anyway, I hope you guys have a freaking rocking Tuesday. Remember, smile. It don't cost nothing. You know what I mean? Really. And it's easier to be a good person than it is to be a shitty person. Just saying. Diamond Cutter out.